Ranking the best quarterbacks in Madden 24. We are back here with a second tier list update for quarterbacks in Madden 24. Now, right before we do go on ahead, get into the new cards, we got to re-rank the old ones. And this is what's changing for me. I think everyone comes down to tiers. You might be a little bit surprised by that, but I promise in the end that it's going to make sense. And this is the start of the new tier list. Now, we're going to get it started right here with an 81 overall Hendon Hooker. Decent speed with 80. The accuracies really aren't there. This was a card I was actually excited for because I was a fan of him at Tennessee, and Gen 2 as a release doesn't have the abilities, doesn't have the accuracies. So obviously Hendon Hooker gonna go in this F tier. Now right after that we get Marcus Mariota. This card's a little bit of a budget beast, you know, 87 speed, 86 acceleration, currently going for like 30k, 86 throw power. The thing that kind of sucks is he still doesn't hit an accuracy threshold. So like we're looking for 85. If he hit 85 for short and deep, he's basically the same as like RG3 at that point with the speed, the accuracies, and also as Gen 2 as a release. You're gonna notice that's one of the most common ones. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the D tier. I think he's a tier worse than that RG3, and he could be F tier because he doesn't hit a single accuracy, but I like his mobility. After that we got Joe Montana's first card of the video, going to be covering his 84, his 87, and his 90. Now the 84 right here, 73 speed, 85 throw power, again doesn't hit any accuracy threshold, 6'2", and he's gonna have traditional one as a release. I believe he's the only person in the game right now with this traditional one, and honestly I think traditional one is a pretty damn good release. For me though, Joe Montana, no mobility, no accuracy thresholds, gonna go in the F tier. After that we get 85 overall Sam Darnold with 76 speed, 78 acceleration, this time 83 throw power, hits the short accuracy threshold, doesn't hit the medium and doesn't hit the deep. And if we take a look at his release, Gen 2 again this time. For me, when I compare him to everyone in D tier, I don't think he's as good as anyone. Like Lamar has mobility, Marcus Mariota has mobility, Stroud and Burrow have really good releases. I like Jordan Love with that slinger one too. For me, gonna go in the F tier again. And right after that, we get team of the week, Sam Howell with 85 speed, 90 acceleration, has 87 throw power, 84 short accuracy, 79 medium, 80 deep. Decently mobile, good throw power, and doesn't hit a single accuracy threshold, 6'1" height, and has slinger 5 as a release. It hits an accuracy threshold. I'll put him slightly bottom in the D tier, just slightly. And after that we have Joe Montana's second card of the video with 75 speed, again doesn't hit a single accuracy threshold, but the throw power is up, 6'2" height, and also again has traditional one as a release. Obviously gonna stay the same, but from an ability standpoint, from this 87, we start to get the tier 2 bucket, which really still isn't great. Like quick draw, protected, gets that gift wrap ability, which I think that is one of the most needed abilities in the game. I'm going to put him D, just because of the fact that I think traditional one is pretty solid, and he's like is close hitting accuracy thresholds, has some good throw power as well. Not the worst accuracy in this tier either. And right after that we get 87 overall Kirk Cousins. So Kirk Cousins, 70 speed, not really too mobile, 6'3" height, 88 throw power, hits all the accuracy thresholds really nice, and also again has Gen 2 as a release. Like I said, you're going to notice that is extremely common. And when we talk about abilities and stuff, we're going to talk about his base abilities real quick. Does not get that gunslinger ability, but I've talked about this in other videos and people got mad at me because I said there isn't really a good blitz in the game. I still think there's not a good blitz in the game. The reason why I'm saying that too is because I don't think gunslinger is a necessity. I think it is really nice to have, but I think gift wrapped is even more needed. In my opinion, I'd rather have an ability that says, hey, I'm not going to get screwed over. And with gift wrapped, you can catch high balls. Your receivers won't randomly drop passes, like running backs with low catching won't randomly drop passes. And when we talk about X factors as well, gets that unstoppable how route master X factor where you just need 6 completions of 5+ yards. That is why I think this card is really good, because you have the potential to get how route master. So for me, Kirk Cousins is going to be in the C tier, and you could argue placement in this. You could say RG3 is the best. You could say Warren Moon's the best. I would probably disagree with that, but RG3 versus Kirk Cousins, in my opinion, is literally so close. Definitely the 2 best free quarterbacks you can get. Literally, it's a toss up. You can go either way. And right after that, we got Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers, 71 speed, has 87 throw power, hits all the accuracy thresholds, and has slinger 1 as a release. Slinger 1 isn't the greatest thing in the world. And again, Aaron Rodgers really doesn't have the mobility that I think is really valuable this year. And when we take a look at abilities, he also can't get that gunslinger ability. He can get things like quick draw and again that gift wrapped ability. I think this card, if I were to rate him like 3 weeks ago, I think he'd be a tier higher where I have him. I still think he is a good card, but I don't think he's as good as Vick. And honestly, I kind of like Kirk Cousins or even RG3 over him. Just depends what you value. I'm putting him top end of the C tier. I was kind of debating maybe moving Michael Vick into A and then him being in the B tier, but again, I don't think he's better than this Kirk Cousins card. After that though, we do get Kyler Murray with 88 speed, has 88 throw power, again, hits all the accuracy thresholds, and has Slinger 4 as a release. Slinger 4 is something that it's good in certain parts of the field. I believe it has a major hitch throwing to the right flat. It's either the right or the left flat, but definitely has a hitch on the release. I'm not saying it's a bad release either. I actually enjoyed using this Kyler card. When we take a look at abilities though, no gunslinger, and can get gift wrapped though. He can get gift wrapped. For me, Kyler Murray is actually going to make me do something. I'm going to have Michael Vick in A tier, and then I'm going to put Kyler Murray in this B tier. I like that a lot better because I think Kyler Murray is better than everyone in C, but I also think he is a little bit worse than Michael Vick. And after that, we get the blonde bomber Terry Bradshaw. So Terry Bradshaw, 89 throw power, 85s across the board for accuracy, even hits the all-pro threshold, 90 for deep accuracy. Has traditional 2 as a release, same release as Joe Burrow and CJ Stroud. Really good like throwing underneath, like drags, hitches, all this other stuff. Not the best deep ball release, but still a really good like short to intermediate release. I kind of feel like this is like the Slinger 1 of this year, if that makes sense. And if we take a look at his abilities, again, doesn't get that gunslinger ability. I really like this card. He is either A tier or like B, like he's in like a B plus type of range, because I think he's worse than Vick, but I think he's better than Kyler. I just really like mobile QBs this year. I think I'm going to put him top into this B tier. If a card that we're gonna cover didn't drop, I think he's A tier, but he's not even the best in the pocket quarterback anymore. After that, we get Dolphins great. Tua, 85 speed, 89 throw power, hits all the accuracy thresholds, and guess what release he has? He has Gen 2. But we also add something else that no other card so far I think has gotten that we've covered. Gets that gunslinger ability. If you have gunslinger or you don't have gunslinger on this card, and also I believe the next one as well because they have the same release. To me, Tua with gunslinger, I don't even want to sound crazy, but overall, I think the release can be argued better than Slinger 1. It's also Vick just has crazy mobility too. I think wherever you have Vick, you like him and Tua are very, very close. Like it's like this much difference. I'm going to put them right by each other. I think Tua's still an A tier quarterback in the game. And after that, Trevor Lawrence, very, very similar. Trevor Lawrence is right-handed, Tua is left-handed, which I don't know if I'm going to sound crazy. I thought Tua's release was faster than Trevor's. I know it shouldn't be, but maybe it's to do with the hands, or maybe I'm just biased. But 82 speed, 85 throw power, has 89 throw power, 85s across the board for accuracy, and again, Gen 2 as a release. And guess what? Gets the same exact abilities that Tua does. So wherever you have Tua, I think him and Trevor Lawrence literally have to be right by each other. If you have anything different, I don't really think it makes sense. And after that, we got Andrew Luck, aka the captain. So 85 speed on him with 90 throw power, hits 85s across the board for accuracy, and also traditional 4 as a release. This is the best release in the game. This is the Lamar Jackson release. If you go back on my channel and watch my first gameplay I did, I believe I did a Lamar Jackson gameplay first. I said he was the best quarterback in the game with the best release. Everyone was saying Burrow, CJ Stroud. Nope, Lamar, best release in the game. Don't care. And I still stand by that. For me, this is going to get super, super interesting with the last card we have. But I'm still having Andrew Luck in the S tier. I can't put Andrew Luck in A because he is so much better than all these guys. He just is. And I am not a believer that once you put gunslinger on QBs, all releases are the same. That is, I could not disagree more with that. But also Andrew Luck, given how good his release is, he gave you the flexibility to not run gunslinger. Now this card right here technically isn't out yet, but 89 comp pass Justin Fields, I wanted to cover him. And he's 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 6'3", 90 throw power, hits all the accuracy thresholds, and also has Gen 2 as a release, which I don't hate. From an ability standpoint though, he can get the gunslinger and also like tier 4, tier 5. He could be the first quarterback to get fearless. Now is fearless worth 4 AP? Hell no. I will not be rocking fearless. Will you be rocking fearless? Because for 4 AP, man, that's kind of crazy in my opinion. You'd have to go like maybe fearless and gunslinger for 6 AP total. So he's a tier better than Tua in them, right? I think he's worse than Andrew Luck, but like he's just in like a hard spot right now. It's either I drop everyone back, like say I drop everyone down again, or he's just like here in S, like bottom end, probably the best scrambling QB in the game, like strictly trying to get out the pocket. Again, he's a tier better than Tua and T-Law. After that, we got Josh Allen. Allen. For a while, I think this card right here had a very strong argument for best quarterback in the game, and I'll explain why. 87 speed on him, 6'5", 91 throw power. It's all the accuracy thresholds, even the deep accuracy threshold on All Pro. It has Slinger 3 as a release. Hate Slinger 3. I think this release is actually awful, and that's what's really going to affect his ranking for me. Now, the whole reason I thought he was like really great, right? Like, first off, can get that gunslinger ability. Second off, though, like a better scrambling version of Kirk Cousins that got the unstoppable hot route master X factor, which same thing as Kirk Cousins, 6 consecutive passes of 5+ yards. So for me, like Josh Allen, I am going to have him, I think A tier. I kind of want to put him B. Ooh, do I put him B, man? His release really isn't good. He would be bottom in the A or top in the B for me. It's just for a while, the reason why I was comparing him to like Andrew Luck in this S tier is he got the hot route master X factor, but now it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's useless, but it's kind of useless. And the reason for that is this card right here. Honestly, I don't want to say I'm annoyed, but like, I don't understand why they did what they did. 77 speed, 80 acceleration, not really too mobile, especially with the cards we've already covered. 90 throw power, hits all the accuracy thresholds, and again, traditional 1 as a release. Now, what is kind of annoying on the card was they lowered the threshold for hot route master to 88 awareness. Like, it was 92 and we weren't going to get it for a while, but now it's 88. So Joe Montana was the first card in the game to get Howard Master. Like, obviously that's the reason why he's so like game changing, right? Tier 4 bucket right here, Hot Route Master. Also, to me, doesn't make sense that Howard Master is only 3 AP. Like, think about it. We were rocking like a slot apprentice, a RB apprentice. That's already 4 AP. And this is basically every apprentice on every receiver. So Howard Master being 3 AP, it's kind of stupid how valuable it is. Also gets Gunslinger for 2 AP as well. I think the best AP setup in the game right now is giving a God sack to your QB, like Howard Master, Gunslinger, and Gift Wrap. He gets that for 6 AP. I've talked about it in my best ability video that I'll link at the end of this one, but this card right here is actually stupidly good. Now, he is the best quarterback in the game, in my opinion, because of that Howard Master, and I was debating on having only him in S, and then Andrew Luck, Justin Fields in A, and then drop everyone down again. Now, I don't love that. So Joe Montana, if I were to make like an S+ tier, he would be the only one in it. Now, I don't think his release is better than Andrew Luck's. I like Andrew Luck's release better. I think Howard Master is such a game changer that I think he is by far and away the best quarterback in the game. I just couldn't not put Andrew Luck in S tier. I just couldn't. But yeah, y'all, this was my thoughts on the quarterback position in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Who do you think should go up? Who do you think should come down? Now, if you did enjoy this video, you enjoy content like it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden. Now, if you guys want to see me use some of these cards live, check the links in the description. Hit that Twitch with the follow. We have been grinding streams over there, so I would greatly appreciate that. Now, if you don't feel like heading over to Twitch though, and you want another video to watch, check this one out right here. This was my best AP setup on offense and defense in Madden 24.